Imagine a man who ruled an entire city, his name whispered in fear across the streets of Chicago. A man who lived like a king, controlled politicians, and orchestrated violence so brutal it shocked the entire nation. But in the end, his empire crumbled, not because of his crimes, but because of a simple tax return. Welcome to the Tales Across Time, where we unravel the most intriguing and shocking stories from history's darker corners. Today, we dive into the life of Al Capone, the legendary mob boss whose reign defined the Prohibition era. From his rise as Chicago's untouchable crime lord to his fall through tax evasion, this is the story of a man who became a cultural icon of crime, both feared and admired. Get ready to uncover the truth behind the name Scarface. Al Capone's rise began with his early life and street smarts. Alphonse Gabriel Capone, born on January 17, 1899 in Brooklyn, New York, was one of 9 children in a poor Italian immigrant family. His early years were shaped by the tough streets of New York, where he quickly learned to fend for himself. After dropping out of school at age 14, he found work at various odd jobs, including as a bouncer in Brooklyn bars, where he began his criminal journey. Capone's rise to infamy began with his association with the 5 Points Gang, a feared New York syndicate. It was during this time he got the nickname Scarface, after a bar fight left him with 3 distinct scars on his left cheek. Capone's temper and street smarts caught the attention of Johnny Torrio, a Chicago mobster who invited him to join his operations. In 1919, Capone moved to Chicago, where Torrio ran an illegal alcohol and gambling empire. Torrio saw potential in Capone and quickly groomed him as his right-hand man. When Torrio retired after surviving an assassination attempt in 1925, the reins of the Chicago outfit passed to Capone. At just 26 years old, he was the king of Chicago's underworld. Capone's power peaked during the Prohibition era, 1920 to 1933, a time when alcohol was outlawed in the United States. Capone capitalized on this nationwide ban, creating an empire of bootlegging operations that supplied illegal alcohol across the city. His network was so vast and efficient that he reportedly controlled 80% of Chicago's illegal alcohol distribution. His profits were staggering, an estimated $100 million annually, around $1.5 billion in today's money. But Capone didn't just hoard his wealth. He flaunted it. From luxurious cars to custom suits and extravagant parties, his lifestyle was as infamous as his crimes. Capone's Lexington Hotel headquarters became a fortress of opulence and secrecy, complete with armed guards, escape routes, and hidden rooms. While his criminal empire thrived, Capone sought to win public favor by presenting himself as a generous benefactor. During the Great Depression, he famously opened soup kitchens, feeding thousands of unemployed citizens, which added to his Robin Hood image. Despite his outward charisma, Capone was a ruthless and violent leader who ruled through fear. He ordered assassinations to eliminate rivals and secure his empire. His most infamous crime, the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, remains one of the bloodiest events in mob history. On February 14, 1929, Capone's men, disguised as police officers, lured members of the rival North Side gang to a garage in Chicago. They lined up 7 men against a wall and executed them in a hail of gunfire. Though Capone was never directly tied to the crime, the massacre solidified his reputation as a brutal and untouchable mob boss. Capone's empire began to crumble when federal agents, led by Eliot Ness and the Untouchables, launched an aggressive campaign against organized crime. Despite his wealth and influence, Capone was never prosecuted for his violent crimes due to a lack of direct evidence. Instead, federal investigators focused on his financial records and discovered he had never paid income taxes. In 1931, Capone was charged with tax evasion. Despite his confidence that he could bribe his way out of trouble, he was convicted and sentenced to 11 years in federal prison. Capone's time in prison, including several years at the infamous Alcatraz, marked the end of his reign. His health deteriorated due to syphilis, and he was released early in 1939. Capone spent his final years in Florida, living quietly until his death in 1947 at the age of 48. And that's the untouchable story of Al Capone. From a feared mob boss to a man who fell from power due to tax evasion, Al Capone's story is a testament to how even the most untouchable criminals can meet their downfall. His legacy remains a chilling reminder of the dangers of power and greed. Stay tuned for more gripping stories of crime, mystery, and history that continue to captivate audiences. What are your thoughts on Al Capone's dual life as a feared criminal and a public figure? Share your thoughts in the comments and join us next time for another incredible tale from history's dark side.